Hello everyone and welcome to Wellnessa Oracle Guidance. I am Vanessa and I'm going to do a general love reading for the sign of Gemini. Okay, so if you are coming back, thank you very much for your support, for the likes, shares and subscribes as well. It really greatly helps me grow this channel and keep going with the readings. I really appreciate everything you do in that regard, and I'm trying to do the best I can to give you the best readings here. And for those who are brand new, thank you for stopping by. I really hope you do enjoy this reading. If it doesn't resonate, it might happen. If you're watching several readings, they won't all resonate with you at that specific time, and it's normal. But you can check your other placements on your birth chart. I explain everything in the description box below, how to go about that and understand how it can affect your relationships, your placements. So yeah, so check that out so you have a better understanding of that. For those who will resonate with it, you can stick with the guidance and pick your card at the end with the heart chakra card here. It will greatly help you to understand where you are at on your path in regards to love and relationships. Okay, it might not be only romantic love, it depends on your situation and what you're focusing on right now. So what is new here, because I'm a shy and introvert person. I first of all, before when I was doing the readings, before recording, I put on some music to shuffle the card, and I lay them out on the table, and then after that I record and start to read the cards. But I stopped putting on some music, first of all because I was really shy and introvert. It's kind of difficult to record and talk, and it's I think we all know, us introverts and shy people. But I stopped putting the music on, and instead I felt much more relaxed, so I got the visions through and feelings, and I hear things as well as messages, the same way as it happens when I do energy walk on people. Okay, so it feels much more comfortable to walk this way, and it's been a few signs that I've made, a few readings, the last readings I've made. It came every single time, so I'm quite happy about that. So I will share that with you now. What I got here, first of all, I saw a cross, so I felt, okay, that might be a choice. You are at a crossroad here in your life, and as the vision got clearer, I saw it was an iron cross, the same crosses that you might see on very old buildings, at least in France and probably on some other countries as well. But they help the walls be strong. The foundation walls of a house or a building, it helps strengthening them. Okay, so it keeps everything together. It's a really important piece of the building. Okay, if they are not there, over time the walls might lose their strength, or they might crumble down at some stage. So it's a very important piece of the building. So for me, it meant that you are at a crossroad right now. You need to make a choice, an important one, because it's in regards to your own foundations and how you're gonna keep building on that. Okay, and how it's gonna stand the, how do you say that, it's gonna still be here over time, so what you already have. And the second vision I got, I saw a woman walking. I was sewing her from the back. She was walking slowly with her hands, her arms along the body, like it felt like she was really tired, and she was really slow walking. And she was going towards a small door that was an oval shape. and behind that door there was that pathway, or I saw some purple light. Okay, so what it means to me, either, no matter if you're a man or woman watching, all right, it is talking to me about your feminine side. We all have feminine and masculine energy, and it's talking about your feelings and how you perceive things, how you receive things, and how you feel. Okay, it's really about that soft side that we all have. That has been quite negative. I felt the weight of that before when she was walking, and the door is talking about a transformation, a transmutation of something, a change of some kind, but I do suspect that is related to the choice that you have to make with the cross. And when you went on the other side, the light, the purple light, is cleansing your negative feelings or perceptions. It's shifting, it's elevating your vibrations really, and helping you to shift those negative energies into good ones. Okay, so you can move forward in a better shape here. So that's what I got here as a vision. So if it's talking to you, even the symbolism sorry, even the symbolism might talk to you directly in some personal way, but that's the vision I got. So we're gonna start with the tarot here. I'm gonna talk about singles and those who are coupled. So you got here the Lovers. All right, the Lovers is a Gemini energy. Okay, so it's really talking about you, but this is talking about a wrong choice that has been made, because there is consequences to that choice. It could be talking about a disconnection with someone as well, but regardless, it's something that has been chosen because it felt good at the time, on the present moment, and it wasn't really seen as a long-term thing. It's a choice that has been made because it felt good at the time. Okay, but what followed, you got the Fool in reverse, so that could be also Gemini energy, but could be Aries as well. So if those signs talk to you, you can take it as confirmation. So you got the Fool in reverse as well, so coming right after the Lovers in reverse. So I do feel that someone made a move, made a choice that felt good at the time, but that wasn't well planned or well thought through. So there was a lack of information, of a lack of vision here on what has been chosen. So yeah, something didn't go right here. And I do see with the King of Wands right after that, there has been some consequences to that. If you were coupled, your partner, if you have left your partner to go somewhere else, to go with someone else, your partner might be really angry with you, and maybe, arguing with you here, and being, not responding well, definitely, and very strongly. Okay, if you were single in the recent past, it's a choice that you've made that didn't turn out right, and you realize that afterwards, and you might be blaming yourself really hard on that. Okay, so take it as it resonates here, depending on your situation, but it is difficult, if you were coupled, if it's you who left, your person is really hurt, and they don't react well, for sure, and they respond the best way they can right now with this. Well, it's in the recent past, but they responded the best way they could, but really, were hurt and behaved from that place of hurt. Okay, so but if it's not you, if you are the person who has been left here, or if you weren't the person who has made a bad choice to take a chance on something or someone else, you had great difficulty dealing with that and with your person. It was really overwhelming, and it felt really, really bad, and your ego has been broken. It's like you didn't feel love at the moment because you were so angry, and it was difficult to not unleash the beast here, to go after them and give them what they deserved. It was kind of that feeling I'm getting here. So yeah, very difficult energies here in the past. So, and if you were single again, you may have been really hard on you. On the present moment, you got the Eight of Pentacles here. So this is focusing on something specific. So it could go different ways depending on those different situations. If you are single, you're trying to catch up on your bad judgment before, on your bad choices. You're trying to repair things and go back in the right direction, focusing on where you want to go, trying to make up for things. If you were coupled and you were the person who left, you're probably trying to do whatever you can to come back in the good graces of your person. Okay, this is the thing I'm feeling. And if you were the person who had been left, maybe you're focusing more on yourself here, but really looking at all the details as well, really making sure that things are gonna be all right, and working on that no matter what happens. So yeah, it is not really easy. If you're the person who left, or who made the wrong choice, or who behaved bad in some way, shape or form, don't push things too hard here to get your person back if they had left you, or if they're really angry with you. There's no point doing that. Okay, don't push things. Focus on what is important, on what is positive here, what can grow out of that, the good things. Your main energy here for the reading, you got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is a really great card to have, and this is talking about nurturing yourself and people around you as well, but more like to keep kind of balanced energies of love around you, something that you can rely on. Okay, so it's really about enjoying that, no matter what is happening or what has happened. You still your main focus here is really to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and preserving what you have, what is good in your life. Might be about your kids, your work, your family, people who support you, or the little joys that you can get out of life is really, really important right now to help you with your self-care. Okay, so if you have been the person who hurt, I do feel here in the reading, though I would talk as if you were the person hurt, because yeah, it feels difficult, as this is like self-care. While I do feel self-care would be really needed if you had a partner who left you. But even if you left a person, you found out that it has been a wrong choice, and you can have been beating yourself up for that. You need self-care as well, regardless. But You do need some self-care and nurture whatever is good around you. You know, it is very, very important. Your main energy for the reading, okay? So next, we got here, we got the Three of Swords here. This is talking about pain, deception, things that you could have seen but you haven't, you know, the red flags you haven't seen, or, you know, this is still, you know, going on within you. You know, it is not over, that pain. So if you were single, you know you have made wrong choices, and it's still hurting you, even though you're working on it and you're trying to keep positive and take care of yourself and of your situation. It is still hurting you really bad. If you are the person who left, you know, you realize that, and it hurts you to have hurt your person, and it is very difficult for you to get over that pain or to make up for it, you know, because, you know, once it's done, it's really done, you know. It leaves a mark, you know. So, and if you are the person who has been left here, yeah, it is really hurting you still, and you might not, you might just realize now what has actually happened before that you didn't see coming. Maybe, you know, there was some disconnection of some sort, as the lovers would talk about disconnection as well, you know. So maybe you were focused on something else, you know, that seemed important to you, and then your person disconnected, felt, you know, apart from you, and they made a wrong move after that, and it was like not really a good thing to do for them. But, you know, I do feel you're both hurting if it is the case. But yeah, it's hurt that is difficult to get over here. Okay, that's your present energy. For the future, what I see, which is good, you got the Eight of Swords. It's getting unstuck from the situation and starting to realize who you are and what you are worth, and really putting effort into creating something better for yourself, and not beating yourself up for what has happened. Okay, it's realizing that after you discover like what pain has been caused and why, and, you know, all that you're going through that right now. But then after that, once you have gone through that enough, you're gonna start really seeing things differently, and, you know, with the nurturing of yourself, it's gonna really help you to get into that mode, into that energy of starting again, but like with a lot more energy and will to change the situation for yourself. It might be with your person, it might be on your own, okay? It doesn't matter, depending on your situation, but that's where you're going, and that is really good, okay? Because it's kind of like after all this, you've been like realizing things, and working on yourself has really helped you understand what has happened, and, you know, you don't want to get back into that feeling, and you're doing everything you can to change this, to change the situation. So even if you, I don't know, it could be like emotional or material, but you know, you're thinking differently. That's what this card is saying. Next card, you got the Five of Cups in reverse, which is much better than upright. Here again, it is talking about, you know, the upright is talking about focusing on what has been lost, but in reverse, it's actually realizing that you have, you know, other things here that are good with the two cups in the back. It's like looking at the glass half empty or half full. Before you were looking at it as half empty. Now you're realizing there is water in the cup, and yeah, actually that's a good thing. And it's about realizing that you are resourceful, if you are on your own, that you can create things for yourself, and you can do this, you know, and you have the will to do that because you're seeing things differently, and now you're realizing, oh yeah, but I do have this and that, I have support, I have family, I have friends, I can move forward in a much better way, and there are things that are good for me out there, and that I just need to go along with that, you know. And yeah, I don't feel like it's an easy energy, but it's much better realizing things and starting to see things in a better light. Okay, what the next card then? Here you got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this could talk about different things. Okay, Ten of Pentacles upright is one of the best cards in the deck, in the minor arcanas anyway. It's about the happily ever after. It's in reverse. So there are things to work on for to have it upright. Okay, as this card is on the spread here, what it tells me is that, you know, it is still possible to have the Ten of Pentacles upright, you know, when it's like the less good energy appearing, there is still the potential for having it upright. Okay, it's not to sugarcoat anything, but as the card is here, it is talking about that. Otherwise I would have had another card here. But what it is saying here, there are things, if you are coupled or you are in separation with someone because of what happened between you two, it is talking about the, even, you know, to rebuild to rebuild the trust, to rebuild you know, together in a much better way. There are things that you need to talk about. There are things that you need to really clear up here in order to rebuild on a solid foundation here. That's what it's talking about. If you don't do that, it's gonna be difficult, whether you're not gonna retrieve that trust, or you know, maybe you will always fear something, you know, if you don't talk it through, you know, on a deep level. Okay, you do need to do that, both of you. Okay, because you've been nurturing yourself, you can do it, you know. Once you have finished healing your, you know, your broken heart here, and you have tended to your needs, really taking care of yourself and realizing that you are worth it, that you can achieve things, and that you still have good things around you. Once this is done, that's the last step you need to do to have your happily ever after. If you are single, it's, you know, it's the same process here. You need to be truthful to yourself and really making sure that you're not gonna repeat the same mistakes, that, you know, you can trust yourself on that you have learned the lesson, and that you're gonna move forward in a much better way, so you can move forward, be in love, you know, in a much better way. Maybe not meet the kind of people you've been meeting up until now, you know, if they weren't trustworthy, you know, if they were the kind who cheated, the kind who stole or lied, or you know, who did things behind your back, or just weren't mature enough, you know, they just like left like there's no tomorrow, and they're just like, okay, didn't see that coming, you know. You know, if that happened, that kind of energy, you know, making sure that you're gonna see them coming before they approach you. Okay, you need to be real, to get real with yourself here, so you can see who is the right person for you here, and who you can build with. Okay, not putting expectation on people who are not mature enough to get there with you. So that's what I got here. What else I wanted to say? Yeah, and the main focus here right now is to nurture yourself and really get yeah, realize you're on a great path here. You know, it's recovering path, but you're gonna get there. No problem. No problem. You are smart, and you can see things from different perspectives as well quite easily. I know Gemini can do that fairly well as an air sign, and you particularly. So you have everything you need to get there. You know, don't doubt yourself. You can make it. You can achieve that. You know, no problem. Okay. And then, you know, whatever you decide, going back to your person, don't force it. You know, work on yourself. If you, that's what I wanted to say. If you nurture yourself, you know, if you don't nurture yourself and you're pushing things to, you know, to work in the way you want before you are ready because you are hurt, it's not gonna help. Okay, you need to be feeling good feelings, you know, joy, happiness. You need to feel balanced and know your worth and all that, and see what you have for yourself to attract somebody. May it be your ex-partner, your current partner, to reconnect with them, or attract somebody new. If you're feeling sad, depressed, if you're feeling angry, or you feel resentment of any kind, you're thinking that all men or all women are the same, you know, you're not giving off a great vibe to meet the great person who you could build with, right? So make sure that you do that, because that's extremely important. If you see someone that, you know, that you could like, for example, and that you see them sad and you know, cursing about their exes and not feeling good about what happened and playing the victim and all that, you know, for example, would you want to date them? No, I don't think so. That seems like already hard work, okay? So the best thing to do here is to feel good. Do everything you can to feel good. If you need a good cry before feeling good, do it. It's cleansing you. You know, crying has hurt like nobody, you know, it's what happened that hurt you. And what you expected of what, you know, what you expected and that didn't happen, you know. So that's what hurt you. Crying is gonna only help you. But don't cry for like days and months and all that, you know. At some point, you know, once you're cleansed, you need to realize what you have for yourself and how to move forward. Okay? Have that good cry if you need to. But then get ready for your new life, you know, the right way, the way you want it. Okay? So now, I feel like I've been talking for a long time. Let's move ahead. You got the purification card. So what I'm noticing here, that gave me the chills when I actually put the cards down earlier, because I saw that that purple light. And it's talking about purification. I was talking about, you know, transmuting, changing those feelings from negative ones to good ones. And it's a kind of purification, purifying your feelings, your vibrations, your energy. And here it's just on point, I guess, here with this card. So I'm gonna read the message out for you. So it says, you are in an important phase of your life and you must pay attention to the energies that come towards you. Pay attention to the emotions that are within you when you are in the presence of certain persons and situations. Purify your house, your aura, and your chakras. This card is telling you to listen to the voice of your heart, because you are going through an important time of your life at this time. Your perception is heightened and you perceive better the energies that are around you. Take the time to purify your aura and your chakras daily, especially when you have been around people. The purification must be also done before each meditation. It is needed to connect to subtle energies that are around you to feel all the strength that comes from the power of God. Take a bath and add salt and crystals. It could talk about also purify your house from the underground to the attic. Use incense, open the windows and recite a prayer of your choice, or use an essential oil diffuser in your sacred space. So it's just giving you advice on how to, you know, how to do that purification. But really, it's talking about purifying your chakras, your aura, your energies, your space. You know, if you've if you have been living negative things, negative, if you had an argument in a room, for example, um, all the bad energy from the argument is gonna be absorbed by the objects and the place as well. So every time you're gonna go back into that place, it's gonna remind you straight away of what happened, because the energy, the bad energy, the heavy energy is gonna still be there. So purify that. And you need to do that on yourself as well. We work the same way. We absorb energies as well. So if you have negative people around you, especially, do that. But yeah, whatever happened to you, I do see that something heavy has happened. So you need to work on that, purify that energy, and help you, as I saw, that moving towards that purple light. You could do a meditation as well with the purple light, the purple flame, or whatever it is called in English. It's gonna help you lighten your energies and feel more joy, freedom, lightness, and feel good, and balanced. And you will see things differently. You can do that every day a little bit. Something. Purify your house, do a meditation, take a bath. You could even use some essential oils. It could be lavender, for example. It helps you sleep as well better. It's going to ease your mental space, and it's going to help you to have good sleep as well. If you're stressed especially, that's really good. So for the next card, you got the rattlesnake. Okay, so that's your totem animal showing up here for this time. It says, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. To set the basis of compassion, it is firstly necessary to be aware that suffering is a natural part of life, either by recognizing empathically someone else's suffering or by having experienced it yourself. Who has never felt affliction and sadness on this planet? The deeper you go into someone's soul, the more you will be able to feel their emotions, while paradoxically keeping a certain distance and objectivity. An authentic healer must act from the heart, no matter what technological, logistical, physical, or shamanic tools they use. The experiences that you are going through right now, or that you've recently experienced, are a destined preparation to help you open your heart to the suffering around you so you can contribute to relieve it. You will be more and more called to offer your time and your energy to help others heal. Not only people, but also animals, plants, trees, and Mother Earth. Some of its healing powers will also help to mend divisions created between the races, ethnic groups, and other species. Okay? And it says, you will find that a spontaneous energy is manifesting each time stronger and often in your hands with a feeling of heat or tingle. It is the power of spirit that acts through you. Let it guide you during your sessions, whether you simply place your hands on a friend's shoulder or you get fully and directly involved in another being's health endeavor. Okay, so yeah, it is talking about your power of healing. So it could be about healing yourself. You could do self Reiki. You could do, even if you haven't been if you haven't learned a Reiki, you can still, place your hands on your chakras and, do some breathing exercise while listening to soft music, for example. It will help you. You just need to visualize the energy coming into you and walking through your hands. And it's gonna help. You're gonna feel it. Even if you don't feel it like right away, you feel like you don't feel like it's doing anything. Trust it. The first time I've done my first level of Reiki, I'm doing some other kind of energy work though, but when I got initiated for the first level, I didn't feel the energy at all. I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm doing things right, like I don't feel anything, but As I was going through a difficult time, I did Reiki work with the music. To work with Reiki, I placed my hands on my body every day for half an hour. I was doing that energy work, and after a while, I was thinking like, oh my God, with what happens to me right now, or, you know, the shitty times I'm going through, I feel so much joy. I feel good. I feel empowered. I feel like no one can step on me. I feel great. And nobody could take that away from me. And I had, at the time, I was struggling with allergies as well, and I had not a sneeze during the whole time. Like, as long as I was using Reiki, I never had allergies, and it was like springtime and all that. And yeah, I was, you know, as one thing after the other, I realized like all the benefits I was getting from that. And it's really by doing it, just to trust to do something, even if I don't know if I'm doing it right. It worked like so well, and I was really impressed, honestly. And that's when I started to really believe in, you know, the energy work. And then I learned some different ways to approach healing energy, and I got some incredible results, and then it unlocked everything for me. So do it even if you don't feel that you're doing things right. You know, put your intentions and visualize as much as you can, and yeah, have a good time with it. So next card, you got volunteer. So volunteer, it's gonna say here, sometimes volunteer work is the best method of effecting change related to an issue that you're passionate about, and also of exploring a new potential career and meeting like-minded friends. This card is guiding you to volunteer in a way that is meaningful to you. Remember that when you give, you also receive. You can't outgive the universe. So it could also talk about donating items, help a person in need, volunteer to be on a committee, pray for God to assign you where you're most needed, God or the universe or your angels or whoever you believe in. The volunteer state, which is Tennessee, if it's talking to you. So this card is asking you to extend your good energies to others around you. This is kind of an energy of the Queen of Pentacles here, you know, nurturing yourself and those who are good to you around you, helping around you, doing something, you know, a nice gesture. It doesn't have to be big, you know, but it feels good to help, to give a hand. And really, you know, it's gonna reward you as well. Sometimes not in a way you would expect, but it is a really good feeling, and it's gonna help you build your trust back in yourself and your willpower here. Okay, this is a great endeavor to do, and maybe you will meet like-minded people as well who have gone through through the same things as you. And rattlesnake as well is talking about healing, healing yourself, doing something to heal yourself and others. So this goes hand in hand. This is more about energy work, and this is more about practical things, but the energy is the same. Okay, that the outcome is the same, whether you choose to do it, you know, by actively doing something for others and yourself, or just working on your energy. Okay, and it is the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, like spot on. Okay, so very important for you here, and purify your energies. Okay, so you got, yeah, that I forgot about that card. The Secret Garden, you got self-care. Believe it or not, that's what came out. Okay, so tend to your garden, it says. So that's self-explanatory. You know, tend to your garden, nurture yourself here. That's your best bet for anything you want. Okay, trust me, you know, even if it's not like what you want to do right now, like you feel like acting upon your situation, don't. you will act when you will be ready, and you will act very differently when you will be ready. Okay, if you're not healed yet, depending on where you are on this story, if it is yours, of course, but if you're still here, it might be your story. Okay. One thing as well, first of all, I will let you choose your card. 1, 2, and 3. There are 2 messages per card, one main message and one message about how things will unfold, and it will give you a time frame as well, so for each card. So take your time, have a deep breath, relax. You can pause the video if you need some more time to choose, and I'm gonna start to read the messages for you. Okay, card number 1. It is saying repetitive patterns, and it's talking about spring. Okay, so what I wanted to say about this card, when I started to set up my thing here with the cards, I was looking for my number here. The one I had, it disappeared. I have no idea where it's gone, and as I believe nothing happens randomly, I do feel that you guys who picked that card, there's probably something to replace here in your life. Okay, maybe it could be a person, but it could be something, a habit, could be, and it's funny as it's talking about repetitive patterns, something that needs to be changed. I had to change the number because I had to make a new one for you, because it was gone. I have no idea where it's gone. I don't understand how it went away. It was only always on the table. I didn't take it away. So yeah, so the message now, it says you are in an energy of repetitive patterns, and they are not positive ones. Your guides want you to take a break from your thoughts and emotions because you are heading in the wrong direction. In short, stop, sit down, and take some time to reflect on your relationships. Your guides are telling you that you are in an emotional world that is beyond you, and they want you to become aware that you are not heading in the right direction in regards to your love life. You are in an energy in which relationships and people are always alike, and you always end up getting hurt. Your guides are not judging you, and you don't have to feel guilty about it, but they want you to act upon it. So you understand there are energies within you that are blocking you, and you need to work on it. Is it fear or abandonment? The fear to be alone, the lack of self-confidence, family issues that have hurt you, your inner child. You need to resolve something within you to be truly free and create the relationship you are longing for. But your guides are telling you that it will happen with a completely different person from all of those you have known until now. You must free yourself from these inner chains, and most of all, break these blocking patterns, because you are in an endless loop that will only make you experience setbacks and drowsiness in romance. Okay, so you guys, you're probably hurting because you feel that, as I was saying, like all men or all women are the same, they always do this or do that, I didn't see it coming, and so forth and so on. Maybe there is something that you need to change to be aware, be more aware, self-aware of your choices, and aware of who is coming towards you and who is sharing your time and energy with you. You need to understand who you are choosing in your life. Okay, and if you are doing something, or if it's about you, if you are still always doing over and over, making the wrong choices and all that, try to understand what's behind that, how to break that pattern, how to make better choices from now on. What do you need to understand from that? What do you need to learn? Okay, so the questions that have been said here, they might be relevant to you, okay, in this message. So next message is talking about spring, and it says Your guides are telling you that you are entering a new energy, but this new energy will come into your life from spring. Your guides are asking you to be a little more patient until then, as you will really be in an energy of realization from that season. If you are far from this season at this time, your guides are telling you that you need this time to understand and learn things about you to really be healed and ready for a renewal. You will soon receive 4 very important signs in regards to your little heart. This will appear regularly. They will appear regularly so you don't lose the direction of your advancements and above all of your romantic and emotional release. But things will really pick up for you in spring, and from that season all will be put into place and you will then get a truly positive answer to your expectations and efforts. Okay, so those of you who have started to work on those repetitive patterns, we are still in spring here until the 21st of June. So you might be coming out of that, and things might be starting to get better if you are more in the towards the futuristic energies here. But if you are way back, it is talking about next spring. Okay, not gonna lie here, maybe you need that much time to work on yourself and make sure that you're going in the right direction, that you're making progress. Slow progress is always better than quick progress and then a setback. Okay, always. So you need to tend to some things here. Okay, tend to your garden, right? Card number 2. It says you are receiving signs, and it's talking about next year. Okay, so yeah, I know it's a long time, but let's see what it is saying. The message might be actually really positive for you. Your guides don't want you to feel hopeless, and they are telling you that you are not alone. Your calls have been heard because the signs are already in your life. Your guides are already sending you signs to show you the way you must take. You need to open your eyes, and most of all, to trust in your intuition, because your guides are sending you messages in regards to your little heart, and they are here to soothe you. At this time, you may feel lonely, but you have a real energetic protection around you. Some very important things are coming or will come in regards to your romantic life. You need to accept the signs. Even if the message isn't what you want to get at times, it is here so you can trust life. So take a look around you, listen, be alert about what is going on around you, and then you will see evidences right there that are showing you what is good for you and what you don't need anymore. Here again, you are receiving signs to show you that you need to let go of certain things that are keeping you stuck at this time. So it could be things, it could be people, it could be habits, it could be anything, that you need to let go. And it might not be something that you want to hear. Okay? So be aware of that and really look up for the signs, and you will understand little by little that it's taking you in a really great place. So maybe that's why it is next year, because maybe you are too stubborn with that. Maybe you're trying to force something to happen. The 8 of Pentacles here is talking about that as well. Focusing on something, trying to make it work at all cost. But if it's not working, it's not working. There is a reason for that. I know it's not, I'm the first one who wouldn't like to hear that, but as I've learned through experience, now I'm gonna go with the signs. No matter what, I'm like, yeah, I know it is hard sometimes, but yeah. So for next year, it says, this year you are not necessarily in an energy of concrete realization in your love life. Your guides are telling you that you need to wait a little longer, because the events about the happiness you seek will mostly unfold next year rather than this year. Your guides don't want you to be disappointed nor impatient, because the more you will want to rush things, the more blockages and delays you will face. Your guides know that you have given a lot to others, and you are looking for true harmony with someone who understands and supports you. Your external life will change in your love life, but from next year, so take some time for yourself to repair yourself and to prepare your energies to experience extraordinary things. This year is a year of transformation and transition. What I was talking about from the restart, even the vision, the cards, everything is talking about that. So you really need to transcend this, to there's something really important for you guys here that you need to understand, and it's gonna blow your mind away once you have been once you will be through that pathway I was talking about in my vision. And really, once you have taken the steps, following the signs, you will be blown away by what is waiting for you after that. And you will think, oh my god, and I was holding on to something that was actually not good for me. Could be as I said, a habit, a situation, or a person. Whatever it is, you know what it is. Deep down, you know. Card number 3. Manifesting projects next month. Okay, so let's see what is the energy for you guys here. It says you are entering an energy of manifesting projects, meaning an energy in which everything will consolidate. You are going towards a relationship in which two persons will put into place a healthy and solid foundation and will grow together hand in hand. You will have many common projects, maybe a wedding, moving in together, or buying something. You will have both your signature on an important document. Anyway, you are entering a new energy in which you will be able to manifest all of your romantic projects. You will soon create the family life you've always wanted, and very soon you will have the family cocoon you imagined, very present and anchored in your life. If you are single, know that the next encounter you will make will enable you to manifest all of your romantic projects because you will be exactly on the same page. If you are connected to a person but things are complicated, your guides are asking you to keep the faith because your projects will soon fall into place. Anyway, you are entering an energy of building and in an energy of building and stability with someone who will be in the same energy of engagement as you. Okay, so great things happening from next month. Let's see what it is talking about here. Your guides are telling you that you can be proud of yourself because you have walked a long way on your path during this year. You have succeeded in putting many barriers down that you had within you, and you have most of all succeeded in channeling your energies and your fears to go towards building and to give a real completion to your hopes and projects. Your guides are telling you that you are in an energy of romantic success, and it is why many things are falling into place for next month. You will receive very important signs. You will make the encounter you are longing for that will give way to a real renewal with the person you hold in your heart. Anyway, next month you will get the answer to your question and the completion of your hopes. Renewal is coming into your romantic life, so keep the faith. So for you guys, could be many things, depending on, I do feel that you're more like in the 8 of Swords in reverse energy, starting to at least, or even the 5 of Cups in reverse. You are like already in your futuristic energies. You are ahead here, and you are still, you are really moving ahead for yourself, and there will be something happening for you next month. If you are single, you will meet someone. If you are together with someone, you might repair what has been broken between you and make things right and move forward with them. If not, you might sign papers and move in different directions and still go towards something great for you from next month because you are ready energetically. Okay, so that's great anyway, whatever is happening for you. So yeah, I really do like this reading. I know it's tough, tough cookie here. I do feel you guys on what you're going through, but I do believe in you that you're gonna succeed in this. and you have really great energies around you, so use them, use whatever you have, your resources, and you have resources and you have a lot of love inside of you, even if your heart has been hardened by what happened. Okay, so I send you lots of love, guys, and I hope to see you next time. Don't hesitate to subscribe, like, and share the videos, and comment if you need to share something. I will be very happy to reply to you. Okay, so talk to you, and lots of light and love, and see you next time.